Hello all, able to hear me everyone?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So just give me a moment before we start. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you all. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so let me check till where we have completed. We are in APP. Okay, payment order. I'm yet to give you the notes. I have not given. I will be giving you definitely. Okay, so okay, so we have seen till okay APP. In APP 4 steps we are done. Okay, so we are going to discuss the next one.
Lavanya Jekmar here.
Yeah, please tell me.
See, as you remember that as we discussed in an earlier session, I have shared a forex adjustment processing scenario.
Okay, yes.
That is that is one thing. Yeah, second thing is that see, I was also getting while doing the forex revaluation, I was getting no records that the last step. So that I will try once again, and please help me that if what is the actual issue that to identify.
You're getting some issue.
Yeah, I'm not getting any that final processing record. So maybe there may be some issue that I will post it separately, that I'm not posted. Then what is then?
But
Just
did you see the document which I have given last week?
Yeah, I will check it once again. I will try that because there is was some more. 2-3 times I checked it. So initially there was some issue that rate which I was defined, it was something different. So everything now it is correct, but still I am not getting any record. So we'll check it that later. That I will
Okay,
see.
please go through this. No, this is the entire document about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, related to this forex adjustment processing, which I given some sample scenario. So in that forex adjustment processing, if you go to that forex adjustment, forex revaluation. So I will just tell you that if you go to that the screen in the sense that that which you pasted. So that I will tell you that maybe you can take it see just can you just check it? I will read it. I will read it. Go up. Go up. So now see the second paragraph, that last line, the actual realized gain or loss is when we clear the open item on a receipt or standing payment. I think this is related to that forex adjustment related kind of thing. But how it is taking there, as you said, there is no separate process maybe for forex adjustment processing. It is considered as a part of that clear option.
I will let you know what is the difference between realized and unrealized gains or losses.
So,
I will let you know. Let me just write.
Once you go through my Excel sheet, you will come to know that what actually I want to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll let you know about this one as well. Fine. So any other? Last week you told me that you would be giving this question in writing. I have asked you in writing.
Yeah, that scenario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted there that Excel sheet which you opened.
No, but that is about the forex, no?
Forex only, right? Forex.
But you have asked me about this one as well.
No, I asked about the forex adjustment processing.
Not about any advance.
No. I asked about the forex adjustment processing. That is last to last. The Saturday session related to that.
Fine, not a problem. I will look into that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you need to let me know what exactly is the issue in it.
No, that is related to
the postings. But you have not given what issue you are facing.
That I will give. That is related to forex revaluation. I will give it separately. I have already taken that each and every the session screenshot. So that I will share. I will share you that tomorrow.
Lavanya,
okay, fine.
Lavanya, this is Santosh.
Please tell me.
Lavanya, that question on the advance I asked actually in the last session.
Okay, did you ask? Okay, I have told to give me in writing because I was not able to hear, I think, last week. So please give me in writing. Okay, I will go through it and I will let you know.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Fine. So.
And Lavanya, sorry, there was an assignment that you had given to find out about some other codes actually. As part of, I think, 2 or 3 sessions before actually.
What codes?
These were the, if you go on your PowerPoint, those are marked actually. If you go on your PowerPoint up actually, the assignments, yeah, just come down actually. This transaction keys, Lavanya.
Okay.
I tried to find out so much about this, but I couldn't find anywhere.
But I gave you this thing, no? This is about that one only, no? The forex revaluation that I gave, foreign currency valuation is about that only, no? For vendors, vendor recon account. This is what I gave.
Okay, I'll check that, Lavanya. No problem.
Fine. So shall we move ahead?
Yeah, no problems.
Okay. All right. So where are we? Okay. Okay, so 4 steps we have discussed in FBCP. FBCP, you need to remember the transaction code. Very, very important. Okay. If at all you are putting FI module in your resume, APP is expected, very much expected in the interview. Okay. Fine. So payment method in country, first step, payment method in company code. Second, payment transactions in all company codes. Fourth is payment transactions, paying company code. Now, what is the fifth one? Fifth one is the house bank. What do you mean by a house bank? It is a repository of the bank accounts. Okay, whatever bank accounts that we have, okay, all those we are putting into one folder. That is called a house bank. That's it. Okay, it is a repository. Okay, fine. So now let us see. What is our company code? System is asking for a company code. Okay, while defining the house bank, my system is asking for the company code. So that means what? House banks are created at company code level. Okay, house banks which I have created for X company code cannot be used for Y company code. That means for this company code, when I am creating, I cannot use the same house banks in some other company code because those are very much created at the company code level. Those are company code specific. Okay, so give your own company code. That means this house bank which I am creating is only for this company code, not any other. When did we create? Oh, our company code is a different one and not N82, sorry.
Lavanya, our company code is different, right?
Yeah, DOR, sorry. This is a weekday batch, I forgot.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm giving the company code and I say enter. Okay, so we need to create the house bank now. For that, say new entries. What is the house bank name? So some name I'm giving here. In which country do you want to create? In this country I'm giving. Okay, what is the bank key? So in order to create the bank key, suppose I do not have the bank key. Bank is also called BIC, Bank Identifier Code. Okay, so suppose if I have it, I can directly select from these values, I can give. Okay, from these values, I can give. Suppose I do not have, I have not created. In that case, click this create button so that you can create. Otherwise, there is the specific transaction code, which is FI01. FI01 is for creating the bank key, and this itself is the bank master data. This is a transaction code for bank master data. Please remember. Now today's task is, assignment is, what are all the tables in configuring FBZP. Okay, so FBZP configuration means what? All these buttons, right? All these buttons. Okay, so each button which is the table. Okay, so that is assignment for today. Fine. Now, suppose bank key is not created. Okay, I do not have my own bank key. So from here itself you can create. Otherwise, there is a specific company code which is FI01. This is also called bank master data. Create bank. Okay, wherein simultaneously you are creating the bank key. Okay, so which country you would want to create your bank? This is my bank. Okay, bank wherein I'm holding the bank account. Now bank key is having some specific format. Okay, so I will try to give like this. I say enter. What is the system saying? Specify field bank key with length 09. So that means what? In US country, bank keys will be having 9-digit long bank key. Okay. So I gave 9-digit long and I say enter. Okay. So you can enter like this. Some street. So this is BIC. Okay. Swift is called BIC, not Banky. Just now I said Banky is also called BIC, right? BIC, right? No. Swift is also called BIC, not Banky. Okay. So Swift is used in international payments, which is also called BIC. So let me just give, this also has some format. Okay. So let me give some name. Let us see. System is accepting. Okay, it is created. So let me give some wrong. It is accepting. Okay, not a problem. But it also has some format to it. Okay. Now I have created the BIC or Swift code along with the bank key. So now whatever I have created bank key, I can select from here, or I can create directly from here itself. Okay. Now which is my bank key. This is my bank key. So I'm selecting it. Once I select it, I have to say enter, so that in the address field, all the details which I've already given in a 501 transaction will be defaulted here. Okay, fine. So once I do this way, say save. Once it is saved, now you will have to go to this folder, bank accounts. Now what is this folder? This is storing all the accounts that you have in that bank. Okay, so now new entries. So account, every bank account, you will be giving some identification code. So this is that identification code. Account 1, suppose. Okay. Account 1. So what is this account number? Bank will be assigning some account number, right? So this is that account number. Okay, so this is what I gave. And GL, try to create a new GL account. What account? Some APP. The bank which I'm using in APP. Okay. Give all these parameters and save it. So this is my, see, transport IBAN is coming. IBAN is also used in international payments. If you have the IBAN number, then you can go here. See, 6 digit, another 4 digit, another 4 digit, another 4 digit. So it will be asking like this. If I give just any number, system won't take it at all. Okay, the bank country, so it has some format to it. You just cannot give any number, okay, that you are giving, just like, you know, for Swift and for bank key. Okay, for these we have given our own code. So but IBAN we cannot give like that. Okay, try to get it from Google. Hardly you will be able to find. Okay, if at all you're getting, you can assign here, but I don't think, you know, we can easily get. Okay, but if you are able to find it, you can, okay, give here. Otherwise, not required.
Lavanya, what's the difference between this IBAN and?
I will let you know that. I will let you know. Once we do the payments, I will let you know that. Okay, I will be telling you. I'll make a note of it. Both are for international payments only.
In India, we are using that IFSC code. I think this is similar like something.
Okay, okay.
I will let you know in detail about these two. Okay.
Okay.
So this way, once we have created, this is the first house bank. Okay, so this way you can have different bank accounts here. Okay. Fine. So we have, yes, tell me.
Is it generally a practice that we have one house bank and several bank accounts under it, or we create many house banks?
See, I'll let you know how this happens is F512. So this is the house bank that we have. Okay, one house bank I have created. Now I would want to create one more bank account here. I say new entries, account ID, the second account. Okay, account 2. And this is having a different account number. You can assign the same GL account or a different one. You can assign the same currency or a different currency. So if I open FI12, two bank accounts I'm able to see. Under the same house bank, how many accounts I'm able to see? Two. Okay, so under single house bank, you can create many account IDs. Account IDs is nothing but the bank accounts only. Okay.
So generally they follow this practice.
Generally many, yes. Because, you know, in very big companies, depending upon the size of the company again. Okay. So suppose the company has many bank accounts under a single bank. So in that case, I can create this way. 3 accounts, different currencies. Of course, yes, we can.
Okay.
But what is a prerequisite in order to have different bank accounts? The prerequisite is this one, the house bank. Bank key should be the same and the bank country should be the same. The prerequisite for all the bank accounts. Okay, fine. So house bank, just now we created. Now after house bank, what is the next one? Let us see. So after house bank, we have bank determination. After this one, we have bank determination. This is the last step in APP config. So I click bank determination. See, the name itself is saying bank determination. That means how we are determining the bank. Okay. So which bank it is? Vendor's bank or our own bank? It is our own bank. From which bank I need to make the payment? From which bank system will be making the payment? How we are determining? This is that, not the vendor's bank account. Okay. So paying company code. From which company code am I making the payment? So let me select this one and go to the very first folder, ranking order. So what do you mean by this ranking order? We will be giving some order to the house banks. Okay, so first house bank, this is the house bank that the system has to pick up. Okay, if money is not available under the bank account in that house bank, then system has to go to the next house bank, that way. Okay, so this order we will be defining here. But which bank account under that house bank, account ID also we will be giving. So payment method. This is the only payment method that I have, which is outgoing. Which currency? This is the currency. Ranking order, 1 I am giving. House bank. So first house bank. This is the house bank which will be selected first. If money is not available in this bank account, in this house bank, then system will be going to the next. Next is 2. So select it and go to the next folder, bank accounts. Here say new entries. What is the house bank? In this house bank, using this payment method, in this currency, using account ID, I'm using account ID 1, bank sub account. What is a bank sub account here? Bank sub account means here which GL account I have to give depends upon the requirement. What requirement? The requirement is whether vendor is getting cleared off from APP itself and posted to main bank account or not. This is the requirement. Okay. So basing upon the requirement, you will have to give the GL accounts here. These GL accounts are definitely related to banks because all these are for bank only. So this entire thing is for the bank only. So which bank GL account I have to give here? Whether it is an asset GL account, asset means the bank itself, or whether it is a clearing GL account. Clearing GL account means what? It is an intermediary GL account. Clearing GL account is always a intermediary GL account. Intermediary GL account means what? Used for temporary purpose. Okay. So which GL account I have to give here depends upon the requirement. What is that requirement? Whether vendor is cleared off from APP and posted to main bank GL account. Whatever I'm making the payment to the vendor, I'm posting to my main bank account. Whether I'm showing in my books of account saying that the payment that I have made to my vendor is being deducted. Okay. Posted to main bank account, and main bank account means what? It is reduced. That much amount is reduced from my bank account. That means payment has gone to the vendor. Okay. So that posting you're making to main bank account or the intermediary bank GL account. Okay. So here the first scenario is, okay, in the config, in the execution, I will be telling you the first scenario as posting to the main bank account. Okay, so that's the reason why what am I doing? Here I will be selecting the asset GL account. Both the scenarios we will be discussing. The intermediary GL account will come into picture in EBS topic. EBS we will be discussing it, bank accounting module. After APP, after AR module, we will be going to bank accounting module. That means at that point of time, we will be coming back to this screen again. So fine, I'm giving the main bank GL account here. Why? Because from APP, the amount is getting posted to main bank GL account. Next, select this and go to this available amounts. In the available amounts, say new entries. What is my house bank? What is the account ID? Days. Days means give infinity days. Infinity days is 999. Okay. So in this currency, this much of amount is available in my bank account, in this house bank, in this account. This much amount is available in this currency for infinity number of days. That means as and when you are executing APP, you're making payments from APP, right? So as and when you're executing APP, it does not mean that amount is getting reduced from this. Okay, so I have this much of amount now in my bank. Okay, as and when I am executing APP, suppose I've executed APP for 1000 amount. So that 1000 is not reduced here and the amount is not getting changed here. This is a constant amount. Okay. So why we will have to give like this? Suppose had I given here only 100 USD, that means any payments more than 100 will not be processed at all. So that's the reason why I'm giving the longest number, the biggest number here. Okay. So this is for outgoing. Tomorrow, if I would want to use this, okay, for incoming, say incoming also I can have. Currently, you need not give because I'm not getting any incoming payments from APP. I'm not using APP for incoming payments. In those cases, you can remove this. Just give outgoing. Say save. That's it. Okay. With this, my bank determination is completed. In the bank determination, what is that am I defining? How my bank is being determined during APP execution. That is bank determination. Okay, fine. Now, is this the end of the config? Not at all. Here, once we define the payment method, we have defined the payment method in FBCP, right? So once we define it, we need to assign the payment method in vendor master data, obviously. Okay, because we are doing APP for vendors, obviously you will have to update the vendor master. If at all I'm doing this for customers payment receipts, then customer master data. So go to vendor master data. Go to company code data, payment transaction, say enter. Remove this payment terms, give 0001. Payment method is this payment method just now we defined. Assign it and say save. Done. Okay. Only then you can execute APP using this payment method for this vendor. Fine. So I would want to make the payment now. What is the prerequisite in order to make any payment to any person in SAP? I have to have the open item on the vendor. But there is no open item, no red color item so far. So let me have the open item created. I go to F-43 wherein I can create the invoice. So I'm creating the invoice for this vendor so that I can have the open item. I'm saying document simulate. Okay, vendor to inventory, fine. So document is generated 201004, wherein I will be executing here. So this will be shown as an open item. Okay, for 1000, fine. So now this open item, I would want to execute automatic payments. Okay, I'm not doing manual, I'm using automatic payments. But remember, as I told you, automatic payments will be used in very big companies wherein they have to make some thousands of transactions at a time. In big companies, APP is implemented. So the transaction code for executing APP is F110. F110 is for execution of the APP. Now this is the screen, okay? Run date means on which date you are executing. So it is ideally the system date. So I say system date. Now identification. Identification in some name you are giving to that APP run. So it is that name. So I give some name. So first run. First run. Okay, otherwise like this. First run. So 5 tabs are there. The first tab is status, no parameters entered as yet. That means what? System is saying that I have not entered any parameters. Fine, I have to enter. Okay, I have not used till now, so I have to enter. Fine. So I'm going to parameters. System will be taking this date here. This date here. Usually, most of the users, they make some mistake. Okay, so what they do is, they come today. Okay, they execute APP for the date yesterday. Okay, suppose run date they are giving 3/4. They had to do it yesterday. So they are giving 3/4. So here posting date will come as 3/4. Okay, and the invoice is entered today. Okay, so that means system will not be selecting any invoices after this date. Okay, so if I'm able to see yesterday date here, no invoices will be selected which have been created today. And the invoices will not be getting selected at all. Okay, so invoices will be missed for the all the invoices which are entered after this date will be missed. Okay, So this is also again system date. Posting date means the posting date of the payment document. Payments are getting generated from APP, right? So this is the date system will be taking for the payment document. Documents entered up to. So the system has to take all the documents entered up till this date. Okay. For which company code? This company code. What is a payment method? Where is ours? Here it is. Get this payment method here, select it, say enter. Next posting date or next posting cycle. Okay, you're categorizing. Okay, all these invoices I will be categorizing into cycles. Okay, so what all you would want to include into one cycle, I can differentiate. So next cycle I would want to execute on this date. Suppose, okay. So I'm executing for this vendor, obviously. Now, next, so all the parameters I've given. Next, free selection. Free selection means what? I'm selecting. Okay, I'm selecting what again? Now, suppose on this vendor which I would want to do APP, suppose 10 number of invoices are there on that vendor. 10 number of open items are there. 10 number of invoices are there on this vendor. So, out of this 10 number of invoices, only one invoice I do not want to make the payment, and all the other invoices I want to make the payment. In that case, what is that I have to do? Only one invoice I do not want to make the payment. So in that case, field name, document number. What is that document number of the invoice that I would want to skip payment? Suppose, okay, I'm just giving as an example. Suppose this is the invoice number that I would want to skip payment. And all other invoices, all other 9 invoices, I want to make the payment. So because I'm skipping this, say exclude. So system will be taking all the invoices on this vendor except this one. Okay, now second scenario. 10 number of invoices are there again. Only one invoice I want to pay. All the other 9 invoices I want to exclude for payment. In those cases, suppose this is the only invoice that I would want to make the payment. Say include. If I'm not selecting exclude, it means what? It is including. So I'm including only this invoice, not any other. So all the 9 invoices will be getting excluded and only this invoice will be paid. Currently I have only one. Okay. Now I'm not selecting anything. Additional log. Log means what? Log means system will be displaying some screen wherein it is called a log. Log means what? Log means all the details of the execution will be seen there. All the details of the execution, APP execution will be seen over there. Okay. So in order to activate that log, first, third, fourth. Otherwise, first, second, fourth. Okay. You can click. Now for which vendor? Enter the vendor. Okay, the same vendor. Now, print out data medium. So here, according to the payment method that we have used, our data medium is the DME file. How? Let us see. FPZP. In FPZP, what did we select? In FBZP, what did we select here? Payment medium workbench, the DMA file format we gave. So currently our payment medium is DME. Okay, so don't give anything here, just save Details have been saved. System is saying, okay, fine. Now I have to do some configuration for DME file. Okay. Now let us do the configuration for DME file. Configuration for DME file. First is go to SE38 transaction code. What is SE38 transaction code? It is where you can execute a program. SE38, you can execute a program. Now what program do I have to execute? In SE38, SAP FICO program you will have to execute. Please remember this program name. SAP FICO okay? Payment medium creation. So I'm selecting it, SAP FICO, and I say execute. When I say execute, I'm able to see like this. Run date and identification of what? Of your F110. Okay, of your F110. Now I'm going to F110. Let me see. Let me close all the other. So 4/4 is the date. I'm pasting the same here. And identification. I'm pasting that as well. Don't select proposal run. If you select proposal run, then the proposal will go into errors. Okay, I will tell you what proposal is. Now, payment medium format. What do you mean by this payment medium format? In the configuration in FBZP, in the very first step, which was the format that we have selected? Let us see which one we have selected. Format. What is the format? ZSEPA_CT. So give the same format. ZSEPA_CT. Fine. So now printing control. Okay. Now click this button. If you click this button, these 3 check boxes will be coming. Fine. Now, once the DME file is created, I need to store that DME file in my system. Where it is storing, that I'm defining here. Output to file system. What do you mean by this file system? In SAP, we have the filing system, which is called AL11 path. AL11 path. Let us see what this AL11 path is. The transaction code is AL11. All these are the different directories or folders. Okay. And the default folder being home folder. Home folder is a default folder. You can add folders if you want. Okay. IC team, Integration Center team will be present in real time, wherein they are dedicated, for this one. Okay. They will be working on this AL11 path. This AL11 path is intermediary between your SAP system and your interfaces. Any data coming into SAP to other interfaces, any data that is going out of SAP, okay, again, to other interfaces, from SAP to other interfaces or from other interfaces into SAP, okay, whichever the direction is. Okay, Integration Center will be taking care of it, and this is where the intermediary files will be stored. Now, home folder. Double click. Home folder is also called, work folder. All these are the files that have been generated. See, you can see ZSEPA_CT. Okay. So any ZSEPA_CT file or any DME files, you can save here, so that once you double click here, you will be able to view that file. Okay. for saving purpose. So here also again, I would want to save that file in my file system. Okay, now if I click output to file system, that means AL11 path, it has to store. That is what I'm telling my system. So if I'm just telling my system that this particular file has to be stored in AL11 path and keep all the other fields blank, it means system will be storing that file in the default folder called the home folder. Home folder is the default folder. So if I'm just saying output to file system and I'm leaving it and I'm saving it, then system will be storing into the default folder, which is called the home folder. Otherwise, if I'm specific about saving the file in AL11 path, I've created some, some special directory for storing the DME files. Okay, so that directory along with the entire file name I have to give here. So that system will be storing the DME file in that specific folder. If I'm not giving any folder name, any path here, path means what? See, I have to give like this. Suppose I would want to store the DME file here. In that case, I have to give this entire path, C:/USR from here till work. Okay, that entire path I have to give. So entire path, see, entire path system will be accepting here. Okay, so if at all I'm specific about storing the file in some specific folder, I can give the path here. Otherwise, if I'm not giving any path, system will be storing in the default folder. Okay, now screen output means what? The file will be stored on the output. Output means on the monitor. Okay, so on the monitor also system will be storing that file. Fine. So why I have to store? I need to send it to my bank. Once it is created, I need to send it to my bank. Okay, so all these parameters I'm creating and I'm saving it. Now, when I'm saving, what is happening? System is asking for the variant name. Give the variant name. In what cases am I creating the variant? You already know. Okay, if I'm like going to this particular transaction code every now and then, okay, I'm saving it as a variant, or I would want to give this variant, give this parameters to my evapor. In those cases also I'm creating the variant. So this variant I'm creating is applicable only for this run. What if I want to use the same variant for all the coming runs? In those cases, don't give the run date and identification, leave it blank. Leave these two blank in those cases. Okay, if you give these two, then it is applicable only for this run. All right, fine. So I have created it as a variant and I've stored this variant. Fine. So in SE38, I went to SAP FICO and I've created the variant. What am I doing with this variant? This variant I'm taking and I go to OBPM4 transaction code. What is this OBPM4? Let us see. OBPM4. Now what is our format name? Just now we saw what our format name is. ZSEPA_CT is our format. So try to search for that format in all formats folder on the left hand side. So let me just check, where is it? Yeah, found it. ZSEPA_CT. Double click on your own format. Okay. This is paying company code. Your own company code you have to search again. So that means these many company codes are using this format. Okay. So which is our company code? This is our company code. Okay, so in my company code, in this house bank, using this account ID, I am assigning this variant. Okay, I have assigned the variant against my account ID in this house bank on my company code. So once I assign it, leave it, save it and leave it. This one also. Fine. Okay, so you're done with the configuration for DME file generation also. Now go to the very first tab. So system is saying parameters have been entered now. Okay. So you're able to see in green color. Green color means it is giving us the green signal to take it ahead. Fine. So now I have to say proposal. Proposal means what? This is not a real run. See, we are doing a test run, right? Okay, in some cases we are doing test run so that, if anything is going wrong, okay, I'm not making any postings, okay? So directly if something is going wrong, I will be correcting it, only then I'm making the posting. So I'm avoiding, okay, any unnecessary postings. Okay, again, if I'm making any posting, I have to reverse it, right? Okay, so I'm avoiding all this. So what am I doing here? I'm selecting proposal. Proposal means test run here. Okay, proposal means a test run. Now let us select the proposal and see what is happening. At proposal level, what is happening? Let us see. On this date, at this time, I would want to execute. Start immediately, execute. Create payment medium means what? At test run level also, I can create the payment medium. Means what? The DME file here. In our case, it is a DME file. So I can create the payment medium at test run level, which is proposal level, and I say enter. Schedule, okay, is entering. Proposal is running, yellow color. Keep clicking this refresh button till the time this yellow color becomes green color. Yellow means running. Green means has been created. Payment proposal has been created. Now, what has happened? The proposal has been generated. Proposal edit, proposal display, proposal log. Now what is there? Let us see. First, let us see the display. So what is that display? Now let us see why red color is coming. No valid payment method found. Okay. So now we are getting some error. It is red in color. Why it is red in color? Red means exception, error. Why it is red in color? For that, log is there. Log means what? All the details of the execution system will be showing the log. Now let us see where the error is. Payment method so and so is being checked. Bank details are being checked. Customer vendor bank details are being checked. Bank DE so and so, bank key, bank account number is not a domestic bank. Vendor does not have any allowed bank details. No permitted payment exists. The other day, while doing the FBZP config, we discussed something. First, I will be showing you the execution with the error and then we shall correct it later. Okay, and then we will be executing one more time. Now here, what has happened is, my vendor, let me go to the bank master data of the vendor. This is my vendor. Vendor is in which country? My own country. Even my country is in my country. My company code is in US country. So my country is also US. Fine. So vendor is a local vendor. Fine. But vendor bank details, this vendor's bank details, this vendor's bank is located in DE country. In this country, vendor's bank is there. So this is a foreign country to me. This is the bank and this is the bank account number. So because the vendor's bank is in a different country, say vendor bank abroad allowed. In the APP execution, we wantedly, did not click this, did not activate this. So you have to activate this, only then it will be working. Suppose my vendor is in a different country, not in US. In that case, I have to say foreign business partner allowed. Business partner means either vendor or customer. Okay, so for now, this is applicable. I save it. I save the transaction. Okay, so I debugged, I've corrected. Now, I'm going to the same APP execution, okay, wherein I got the error. Here I got the error, right? Now I go back. Can I go ahead? Because I've corrected. Okay, now the configuration I've corrected. Can I go ahead like this? Not at all. Once the proposal is wrong, once you have corrected also, don't continue with the same wrong proposal. Delete it. Delete the test run. Edit, proposal, delete, delete. Now only parameters are existing. If you see, parameters are only there. Okay. Now execute the proposal one more time. The same way as we have done it earlier. Proposal has been created. Now, what is the proposal? Display that proposal. Now it is green in color. Green color means what? This invoice. Which invoice? The document number is not selected here. Invoice number should be seen here. Yeah, document number. If you double click, it is visible. Okay, so in the display proposal, what is happening? If you double click, system is showing you the invoice number. 201004 is the invoice number, right? So this invoice is successfully selected. So this green color means invoice is successfully selected for payment. That is the meaning. So in display proposal, what is that I'm able to see? What all invoices that have been selected successfully for payment in this run. Okay, fine. Now let me go back. That is display. Now what is edit proposal? Edit means change. I can change the proposal. What is that I can change here? Let us see what all I can change. double click, again double click. Which fields are white in color? All those fields you can change. Payment block means what? I can block an invoice for payment. That means I can stop making payment. At this level, discount amount I can change. Discount percentile I can change. Apart from these, reallocate. Payment method I can change. House bank I can change. This is the account ID. Whichever are white in color I can change. Okay. So edit proposal means all these I can change. So display edit completed. Now proposal log we have already seen. Okay. So log means all the details of the execution you will be able to see. So just now before this execution, we got the proposal wrong. Okay, some error we got. Okay, so that error we could see there. Now this is the correct proposal. Okay, wherein you will be able to see the tabular form. Tabular form means it is correct. In the earlier run, you couldn't see this. Okay, this tabular form was not there. So it was wrong. So if it is correct, then you will be able to see this tabular form. Now what is that you can see? Payment media, that means DME file is created in this format. Fine, that is also fine. And document, so and so, company code. Okay, using payment method, posting documents. That means the payment posting will be generated. Okay, so this is about the log, but this is just a test run. Okay, in test run also the DME file is generated. Where is that? You can see environment, payment medium, DME administration. This is the screen where proposal run is activated. Click here and say display. This is the DME file in XML format. So at proposal level also it is generated. Now, proposal is only test run. Okay, I want to do real run. Now, say payment run, which is the real run. Start immediately. Again, create payment medium and say enter. This is yellow color and running. Till the time this becomes green in color, keep clicking, refresh. Fine. Payment run has been carried out and it is green in color. Now, you will be able to see posting orders, one generated, one completed. What do you mean by one generated, one completed? This one indicates how many payment documents you have created. Payment documents, I'm creating only one. Okay, why one? One invoice is there, so definitely one payment document. Fine. Now where is that payment document? Payment log is also generated. So anything wrong which is going in the payment level, in the real run level, you can see from here. Say tabular form is coming. Tabular form means I have already told you it is correct. Okay. Now what is the system saying? Document 203,000 company code is being posted. Posting details. Okay. Fine. This is the payment document. It seems fine. Now payment medium file, which is the DME file, is been created using this format. Identification file name, the file name also system is giving. Where can you find this file? In the file system AL11 path. Okay, now we will be seeing that. First, let us see the payment document. Edit, payment, list. This is the payment document. This number we saw just now in the log. 203,000. Okay. So the same you will be able to see from FP03, 203,000. Enter. This is the document that got generated. Okay. Now If you see the header, it is posted from the transaction code F110. Okay. F110. So here, in this document, what is the debit entry and what is the credit entry, by the way? The debit entry is vendor, obviously. In the invoice, vendor is credited. In the payment, it will be debited. So if you go back to vendor line item display, till now this was red in color before the payment. Now I have executed, it became green in color. That means vendor is getting cleared off from F110. Fine. Now, what is getting credited? The bank is getting credited. So bank is using which GL account? 10003. So this 10003 is a GL account that you would have given where, let us see. Here. In the bank sub account, in the bank determination 10003. So this is the GL account which will be picked in APP posting. Okay, so I would want to post to the bank GL account. So that's the reason why I am assigning bank GL account here. In place of bank GL account, there is some other GL account that we can assign here, which we will be discussing in EBS topic in bank accounting module. Okay, fine. So now this is how the vendor is getting cleared off. Okay. Vendor is getting cleared off, and now let us see. So this is the details of the execution. Now, even at this level also, real run level also, the DME file is generated, which you can see from the environment, payment medium, DME administration, or you can go to directly transaction code FDTA. Even if you click here, system will take you to FDTA. Okay. So this was the proposal level and this is the real run level. Select it and say display. This is the DME file in XML format which you can download from here. Otherwise, you would want to download in TXT file. Okay. Select it and say download this button. So system is asking in where you would want to download. I would want to download it on my system. I'm giving some name. I say save. So it has to be stored on my desktop. Say download successfully completed. Where it is stored? On my remote desktop. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. DOR1 DME. Okay. So in TXT file format, it will be saved, which I can remove all this. I say TXT, that's it. So in TXT, you can see this file. This is the DME file. Now let us go to DME file later. Okay. So vendor is getting cleared off and DME file is getting generated. Fine. So now the tables in F110. REGU start tables. All tables starting with REGU are the tables involved. All these tables. Okay, so you need to remember all these tables, very, very important. Now, let us see how the file got stored. AL11 path only, right? AL11 path. Home folder, because I did not give any specific file path. So home folder only it will be stored. Now what is the file that got generated? Date you will be able to see. On 4th of April we generated. So the same date you should be able to see. Okay, fine. If you go to this one, payment log, Z SEPA CT, 040420 is the date, 17242100027. 17242100027. Same number only, right? So double click. This is the DME file. DME file was stored in which path? This is the path. This entire thing is the path. And this is the name of the file. Okay. So this is how the DME file got stored. Now, even on my desktop, the DME file is generated. Either in XML format or TXT format, I can generate the DME file. Even in real time also, most of the cases, it is like, either XML or TXT. Okay, both. Now, how do I understand this? This is in all coded language. I'm not able to understand, but how to understand? This DME file is entirely based on DMEE, which means DME engine. DMEE means DME engine. Now, what do you mean by this DME? Let us see. I'm going to the transaction code DME. Tree type, always you have to give PAYM. SAP PAYM program we have used, right? PAYM tree type. What is the format, by the way? Definitely the Z SEPA CT format. Z SEPA CT. Now display, change, create. This is called the DME tree. Any DME tree, any DME structure, both are the same. Tree or structure, both are the same. In real time, we are not creating it because so many trees are already available. So many DME structures are already available. Okay. We use this standard existing to create a new one, or we make changes to the already existing one. That's it. But we do not create any structure from this scratch. Okay. Now, so no creation. Changing means what? If at all I would want to change. This can happen only in development system, not in quality or production. In quality or production, only display access. So change, I'm going. Now this is the DME structure. This is called the DME structure. This entire thing is the DME structure. In change mode, you can see this. Okay, in display mode, you cannot see this. Fine. Now, how to understand the DME file? So let me open it. The very first thing is XML version encoding UTF-8. Fine. After this, document XML-NS. Document XML-NS. These are called the node, NODE, node. Node is a source of information. Okay. Now, what is this XML-NS? Under this XML-NS, whichever I'm selecting, arrow mark will be shown. XML-NS. This is the node number. The values should be displayed in characters. What value? Whether the value is a constant one, whether the value has been fetched from this structure, or whether the value has been fetched from an exit. It is your wish, which one you would want to give. I'm saying structure, I'm saying constant here. Now, what is that constant value? Source you will have to go. That constant is this one. You are in ISO, STD, ISO till PAIN.001.001.02. Let me see. Document XMLNS, you are in ISO, STD till PAN.001.001.02. Same, right? So I have used constant value. That constant value is this one. So this is the value system is throwing here in the file. Now let us see the next one. XML NS XSI. Okay. So in this, what value is contained? XSI. XML NS XSI. This has to be displayed in characters. It is also again a constant. That constant is http www.w3.till where till schema instance. Now let us see. http www.w3.till schema instance. Okay. So the values in this are from where? From the DME structure. Where in DME structure? From the nodes. Nodes and atoms. Okay. These are called atoms. These are called nodes. Okay. From the nodes and atoms. Similarly, all the other. Okay. Now, structure field, suppose I'm selecting structure field. So in the source, constant become faded. Okay, it will be in display mode because I'm not selecting constant. So because I'm using a structure, these are activated. Mapping from structure field is activated. But what I have to give here? What is that structure? Those structures you can see here. Those structures you can see here. Source fields for application. Payment medium, payment data. This is one structure, FPAYH. Payment medium, FPAYHX, FPAYP. These three are the structures from where you can get the data. Now what data I can get? Structures are really big. Okay, so first let us see FPAYH. Under this, so many includes are there. In each and every include, so many fields are there. Okay, let us see this. See how many fields are there. And this is the technical name of the respective fields. Under each include, so many are there. Okay. So you need not by heart any of this. Okay, because depending upon the requirement, you will be working. So suppose, I need to get the details of the vendor here. Okay. Vendor name I need to get. Suppose, okay. So vendor name of the payee. Okay. Payee means the vendor whosoever is receiving. So which is the field which is storing this name of the payee? ZNME1. Field name is, in this case I'm saying ZNME1. Fine. This is present in which structure? This structure, FPAYH. Structure name is FPAYH. Like this you will be writing. Provided you are getting the values from the structures. Got it, everyone? Okay, I'm just telling you how to use this structure. That's it. Okay. In XML, NS, XSI, you won't be putting a vendor name here. I'm just telling you how to use a structure. Now, how do I know that the vendor name should be used here? For that, I have to give you some case study I'm giving you. Just give me a moment. Let me just open the document. This is very much a real-time one. So you can just go through this. For the very first time, nobody will be able to understand. You have to practice a lot to understand this. So let me just open the document. Now this is called a GDFF file. Okay. So this file we got from the bank. Able to see everyone? Do I have to maximize it? I don't think it is required. By the way, where is maximizing? Yeah, here it's. Yeah, okay. So this is called a GDFF file wherein I've got this from my bank, from my end user's bank. My end user is using this Citibank. He has an account with Citibank. Just now I told you. Z-capacity format, we have used it, right? We have used Z-capacity in our execution. This DME file is dependent on what? The format will be dependent on the country. That is the reason why we define the country level payment method. The very first step in FBCP is what? Payment method at country level. Okay. At that level only we are assigning the payment medium workbench file format. So that means payment medium file format is dependent on the country. That is what you are able to see. So this file is this particular source for DME file is Taiwan. So this is Taiwan related GDFF file. GDFF file is nothing but the name we gave, okay, for these files. So it could be like, varying from project to project. In my project, this was the name we used. Fine. So this was the name we gave. Okay. So for Taiwan country, this is the format of the DME file. Now, who is determining this? The bank will determine what has to be the format of the DME file. I will not know as a consultant. My end user will not know. We are no one to decide what has to be the format. My bank has to determine. And this bank is determining the file format. And also this format will be dependent on the country. For Taiwan country, this is the format. For a different country, that will be the format. Okay. So it will be dependent on country to country. It will be varying from country to country. Fine. So now my bank is telling me this is the format that I have to use for my DME file. This DME file, once I generate from F110, has to be sent to the bank. Once I create the DME file from F110, I will have to send it to the bank. How is that I'm sending? I will be having so many interfaces. One of the interfaces is eCube, E-C-U-B-E, cube. Okay. So once I generate the file, it will be stored in the AL11 part. From there, it will be sent to the eCube. So see, once the file is been stored in AL11 path, suppose I want to download it. How is that I can download? Two transaction codes I have. CG3Z, CG3Y. One is for downloading, another one is uploading. So let me just show you. This is AL11. From here I say CG3Y or CG3Z first. This is for uploading. If I would want to upload a file directly on this AL11 path, source file on front end. That means what? On my monitor or any other document, any other folder, if I have that document, give that entire path here where it is stored in my system. And target file on the application server. Application server is this AL11 path. So in which path that particular file has to be stored?
that entire path you give and just say upload. Done. It will be uploaded. You will be able to see the file over there. CG3Y. This is for downloading. Just now we saw the DMA file in the AL11 path. If I would want to download from this path, from which path it has to be downloaded, where it has to be stored in my front end, that means monitor, say download. It will be downloaded. Okay, done. Now, back to the structure. Okay, so this is the source. Okay, so values will be coming from here and you selected the structured field. This is the structure name and this is the field name. Suppose I would want to get the data into the DMA file through an exit. I cannot define an exit by myself. A wrapper will be there for that reason. So exit will be activated. Not constant, neither constant, nor field, nor structure, but exit will be activated. You need to give that exit name. Okay. Okay, fine. So let us have the constant only selected. So this value only we could see there. So this way, you know, how many structures we had? 3 structures. Under 3 structures, so many fields are there. You can just go through. Okay, now we were discussing the GDFF file. So bank is telling you in this, see, field name, transaction record, product code, it has to have these many characters, format, required, ROCN, required, optional, conditional, not used, leave empty. So they themselves are giving you, okay, how a particular node has to be defined. Debit account number, their account number is having these many digits, it seems. Payment amount, branch code, value date. Let me just give an example, you know, of a very easy one. Beneficiary name. Who is the beneficiary? Whosoever is getting the money is the beneficiary. Okay. In my case, it is the vendor. Okay. So beneficiary name, it has to have 70 characters. It is a required field. Okay. And they must be in local language, traditional Chinese, it seems. So who's telling me all these? Bank is telling me. Okay. Okay, so my bank wants this data in this format. So what I have to do? I have to go to the respective node here. Beneficiary name node will be there. You will have to search all these. Name, NM means name. ZNME1. Okay, so it will be there. So there in the respective one, you will have to go there, select the structure field, and from the structure, which structure you will have to select? Under FPAYH, payee. Okay, name of the payee. Name of the payee, if I give this one, it will take the primary name. So, but my bank wants traditional Chinese name. So Chinese name will be written in the second field of the vendor. Let me show you where it is. Okay. Master data of the vendor.
name one field. This is name to field. See, name to. In the name to field is for what purpose? NAME2. Okay. This is for what purpose? This is for entering the name of the vendor or customer in their local names. Okay. So local name, this is English. Okay. So the second field we will have to take. Second field is this one. This one, NAME2. Okay. So which one you have to take? Our bank will be instructing. So based on the requirement, you will have to select. Okay, fine. So this is how you will have to understand the DME file, DME structure. Now conditions. Conditions means what? Suppose my bank is giving the condition saying that this is applicable only for USD currency and not any other. In that case, you will have to define the condition here. So in order to define the conditions, again, you will have to know the technical names of the fields. Okay, conditions you can define here. That's it about the DME structure. Okay, so that is how you can understand the DME file. If you know the DME structure, you will be able to understand the DME file. So if you know the file given to you by the bank, as in our case, we saw the GDF file, right? So if you are able to understand, you will be able to define the structure as well, the DME structure as well. Okay. Now, payment advice. What do you mean by a payment advice? Payment advice is a file generated by the payer, whosoever is making the payment, and it will be sent to the payee. To whosoever I'm making the payment, to them I have to send the payment advice. So here in my case, I'm making the payment and I will have to send the payment advice to my vendor. So what is contained in the payment advice? All the details of the payment. For which invoice I made the payment, how much I made the payment, how did I make the payment, whether it is a check payment or bank transaction, online payment, or whichever it is, how much I made everything, all the details I have to give. So this payment advice, I can create a hard copy or a soft copy. So in the training, in the session, I will be telling you how to create the hard Hello all. Hello all.
Hi,
Hello
Lavanya,
all.
we can hear. Yeah.
Sorry, I think I got disconnected. Okay, fine. So what I was telling is tomorrow at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. That means now I will be in the session. Okay, in the middle of the session. But here because of the corona issue, my PM here told everyone to switch off all the lights and go to the balcony taking the torch. Okay, so that is what we need to do tomorrow for 10 minutes. Okay, so I will have to go it will be like entirely dark, so I won't be able to take after 9 p.m. So tomorrow, if you want, we can start off 1 hour earlier if you want. Otherwise, we can take the session for 1 hour, 8 to 9 p.m., whichever you want. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you. That is for tomorrow, not today.
So,
Fine.
yeah, so tomorrow class will be like for 1 hour, right? This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. If you want, we can start off at the same time as we are taking every weekend, but the session will be for 1 hour.
So our time will be SCT.
No,
9.
whichever time it is. Actually, today at what time we have started? Same time. Starting is the same time. But instead of 2 hours, we are taking 1 hour. Getting it, everyone?
Yeah, but can we start at 7 o'clock? Is possible?
No, if all others are okay, then I can.
Okay, just I'm also that waiting the others' response.
Actually, Ravanya, it's a little bit confusion. So I am in like CS time. So
Yeah, that is all the participants will not be, it won't be convenient for them to join 1 hour early.
It's nothing but a 1 hour prior to that actual scheduled time. That is, we are asking whether that all other participants are available or not.
Yeah.
So our time is, Lavanya, our class time is like 9:30 to 11:30. So tomorrow class will start at 10:30, right? Our time.
What is the usual time that we are starting every time?
My time, CST time, started time would be 9:30 to 11:30.
Same time. Starting time is the same. Ending time, I'm not taking 2 hours long. I'm taking only 1 hour long. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. But what Jayakumar is saying that, today, what if we are taking 2 hours time, 2 hour session at 7 p.m. here. Okay. So usually here we are starting 8 p.m. every time. So he is asking 7 p.m. That means 1 hour early so that we can take 2 hour session.
No. I cannot do that. CST. No. I cannot.
So whichever way, is comfortable for you all. Okay. So definitely we are having session tomorrow, but only for 1 hour. Starting time will be the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we were 9:30 to 10:30. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just share my screen. All right. So payment advice is a document which is created by the payee and sent to the payer. What is contained in the payment advice? All the details of the payment will be present in the payment advice. Now, how to create this payment advice? For that, we have to do the configuration first. So what configuration we have done for payment advice? That is again from the same FBZP. In FBZP, we have already done. Let us see where is that config. So in FBZP, in the second step, where is my company code? So here, payment advice control is there. In payment advice control, we have said always payment advice. That means payment advice will be generated always. This is the first place. And second step is the paying company code, my own company code, double click, form for the payment advice. There has to be some form, okay? So this is the SAP script that the system will be using. Even in real time also, most of the cases, same script is being used. F110_D_AVIS. Okay, very important. You just have to remember this. F110_D. So F110 is where we are executing. _D_AVIS. Okay. So now what you need to do is go to the screen. Say SE38. What was the program name? RFFO AVIS _FPAYM. So where can you locate this program? You can see in F110. RFFO AVIS _FPAYM. Execute it. What was the program run date and identification? These ones. Program run date and identification means these two. Okay. So program run date is not getting you. Paying company code, payment method, house bank, account ID, vendor, number of sample. How many samples do you want? If you want a single, see, one sample and one original. Okay. So if I want one sample will be generated along with the original. If I would want no sample, then give 0. I want only one sample. Okay. Original will be anyways be printed. Along with that, sample is also printed. What is the printer name in IDS? Always give LP01. IDES always give LP01. No other printer will work. Say print immediately, text in recipient language, and save this as a variant. Why do you have to save this as a variant? Because again in the next run also I will have to generate the payment advice, right? So once I save it, make sure all of the transactions are closed. Say execute. Okay, so this is what you're able to see. Payment advice note sent by post. Okay, hard copy. That means I will have to take the printout. So error log here does not mean we have, it has gone wrong. It is not wrong. It is very much correct only. So number 2 are there. But why 2 payment advices when I have generated only 1 payment document? One is sample, one is original. Just now we gave sample as 1, right? Okay. 1 sample. Besides that, 1 original. Fine. Now where is that payment advice? I can double click there and click here. System will be showing you the payment advice. Okay. So all the details of the payment are shown. So this is the invoice. This is the payment document paid on this date. No, I think this is the invoice, right? Okay. So invoice date, invoice amount. We have cleared the line items listed below with so-and-so document, payment document. So the vendor details, these are the vendor details. Okay. So whatever details are there will be displayed here. Now, what do you mean by this spool number? Spool number is associated wherein printing activity is there in SAP. Okay. If not, double clicking directly here, copy this spool number 415803. Copy this. Go to transaction code SP01. Remember this spool number. Paste it here. Paste your spool number and say execute. You will be able to see like this 2 payment advices, obviously 1 sample, 1 original, and click here. That's it. Same again. So from here you can take the printout. Okay, this will be disabled in real time. So from this you can take the printout. Okay, spool number means where printing activity is associated. So the transaction code is SP01. Okay, so this is about the payment advice. Fine, everyone. So this is about, all these questions I will be answering. If you give me in writing, I can answer the questions. Okay. So please do that, everyone. And now I've given you some assignments as well. Okay. And the one which I promised, the material, all this I will be giving to you. By tomorrow, I will be giving to you. Okay. Any other questions, anyone?
Lavanya, can you just post APP and DMI document if you have anything similar like Forex revaluation?
Definitely. I'm going to give you the real-time scenarios in APP. Right away, I'm giving you. Just give me a moment. I'm posting the real-time scenarios in APP. At least 10 number of real-time scenarios I'm giving. So usually asked in the interviews. So you need to execute all the scenarios that I'm showing you. I'm uploading here. Just give me a moment. I will be uploading the GDFF file also. So APP scenarios, okay, 10 scenarios are there. A minimum of 10 you will be able to see. So GDFF file also I will be giving. For APP execution, why do you need a separate material? I've already given F5 material in the very beginning. In that material, everything is there. Whatever I'm showing you in the session, everything is there in the material that I've given to you in the very, very beginning.
Okay, we'll check it. And
did you ever open? Please try to open it. Everything is there.
Okay, we'll check it. We'll check it.
So the case study file also I'm giving to you. So this case study, you might not be, a beginner will not be able to understand that easily. So try to execute first and, do this. Okay, and what else? Real time I gave DM. That's it. You just have to go through the file which I gave to you in the very, very beginning. Okay, everything is contained in that. Wait, let me show you what is there in the real-time scenarios file. Let me just open it and show you. Just give me a moment, it's opening. Okay, so this is the file, okay, which I have uploaded. The first scenario is how to write off special GL indicator A against an invoice. Second is writing of credit memo against an invoice. From all these are APP scenarios only. Third is how to use an alternate payee scenario. Fourth is partner bank type. How to use them, those clues I have given here. Okay, so go through this entire file. Next is special GL indicator F. This you need not do. Grace days in FBCP. Okay, so how to use foreign currencies. This is very, very important. Vendor is also customer. Payment method supplement. Okay, so just try to go through this and execute. Intercompany transactions or cross-company code transactions, I will be telling you in the system. Okay, in the session, I will be telling you. Okay, I will be showing you in the system. Okay, so tomorrow's topic will be check payments and intercompany transactions. Manual check as well as automatic check. Manual intercompany and automatic intercompany, both. Okay, so this is for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me, otherwise we can wind up. Okay, fine then. So we shall meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay, so tomorrow's session is at the same time, but for 1 hour long. Okay, thanks a lot everyone for joining.